Hi, this is Jeannie from Paws Acupuncture, and today I want to talk about Wobbler Syndrome in dogs. So Wobbler Syndrome is also known as cervical spondylomyelopathy. Say that 5 times real fast. And Wobbler Syndrome is a neurological disease of the neck and the cervical spine that usually affects larger dogs. The spinal cord and the spinal nerve roots are compressed, and this causes the nervous system to have symptoms and neck pain. And here is an X-ray of what it looks like. Wobblers is most common in the larger dog breeds. Here are the most commonly affected dog breeds that usually end up with wobblers. Now, not all these breeds will get wobblers, just so you know. They're just more prone to it. And any breed may be affected. You'll see on this list that there are basset hounds listed, and they're not large dogs. Most of the giant breed dogs, like Great Danes and Mastiffs and even Dobies with Wobbler syndrome, are usually diagnosed before the age of 3, though the symptoms may emerge later on in their life. Some of the signs and symptoms of wobblers are the dog will have a wobbly gait in their hindquarters and their back, thus the name wobblers. And sometimes you might only notice this on a slippery floor because if you have carpets down, the dog may not slip, or you may not notice that they're walking a little wobbly. They may be walking with their head down, and this is the sign that the dog is in pain. He has neck pain, he or she. Lameness can be a symptom. Dragging a back foot or paw, and their toenails may look scruffed up or scraped. Sometimes they're partial or complete paralysis. The dog may have difficulty getting back up after lying down. And unfortunately, if this is untreated, dogs with wobblers will often get worse. First things first, if your dog does have any of these symptoms, you really want to take it to the vet and have a checkup. And your vet may do some tests and be able to determine the cause and the proper diagnosis for these symptoms. Then you can figure out how to deal with it with Western medicine combined with alternative medicine. In most cases, if the dog is diagnosed with wobblers in Western medicine, your vet will prescribe medication and usually suggest surgery. Now, surgery can be very expensive, and recovering from the surgery takes several months. So just be aware of that. I'm not trying to talk you out of the surgery. For dogs with Wobbler syndrome who have been treated surgically, there's like a 1 to 5% chance for complications related to the surgery, and maybe 20% will have a reoccurrence. So this is just some things for you to consider before you make this big decision. Like I said, I'm not trying to talk you out of the surgery. This is between you and your vet and your family. Another thing they may recommend is physical therapy. No matter if you're doing the Western suggestions for your dog, you can combine them with alternative medicine and traditional Chinese medicine. I treat a few dogs with wobblers, and I use acupuncture, acupressure, and laser. And combined, these relieve pain, it improves circulation, it really helps with mobility issues, it reduces stress. Dogs worry when they can't walk, they worry when they're in pain. It boosts the immune system, and it calms the nervous system. One of the things I highly recommend is to do acupressure at home every day, even if it's just like 5 minutes a day on your dog. And that's easy to do. It's not going to hurt the dog as long as you're gentle. When I have a dog patient come in, I always show the dog owner certain points for them to do and massage and do a little bit of acupressure at home so they can do this in between their sessions. And if they do it every day, it really does make a difference. I have an online class, Basic Canine Acupressure for Dog Owners, and I'll put the link below. However, there are other acupressure classes and books that you can find as well, so find a way to learn acupressure for your dog and start using it. I have found in my practice that it takes more than a few magic acupuncture needles to help the dog. And so I combine acupressure, acupuncture, and laser, a form of Tuina massage with a Chinese herbal liniment that I apply to the neck and the spine and any other areas of the body that the dog may be in pain, because usually these dogs also have arthritis. Sometimes I'll use tuning forks and sound therapy. I highly recommend herbal and homeopathic remedies. Now, each dog has a different diagnosis from a traditional Chinese medicine point of view, so I will think of specifically which herbs and homeopathic remedies are for that dog specifically. I recommend that you don't go online and just try to buy any kind of herbs, because every diagnosis is different and you can make your dog worse if you buy the wrong herbs. So you want someone who's trained in herbs to tell you which ones to use. CBD oil is very effective too for pain and calming the nerves. And of course, proper nutrition definitely helps. You want to make sure that you're not giving your dog wheat or gluten, because this affects the nervous system, and wheat and gluten also exacerbates pain in people and dogs and animals. It makes arthritis worse and it makes all pain worse. And of course, you need to give this dog lots and lots of love and extra attention. Other therapies that work really well combined with acupuncture and laser are chiropractic medicine, aquatherapy, and physical therapy. If your dog is having trouble walking, is lame, or even has paralysis, then you may consider getting a wheelchair for the dog. I know a few dogs with wheelchairs, and they, after a while, don't even seem to notice that they're pulling around one. They seem happy, they can play with their other friends, and it helps their function and mobility, and of course it helps their attitude. This is a testimonial that's on my 4Paws Acupuncture website. I am not going to read it to you. However, I used to treat this wonderful, magnificent, mighty Mastiff named Brewski, and oh my God, he was one of my favorite dog patients to treat. I would pull up in my little VW bug, and the dog would come out and greet me, and he was like bigger than my VW. It was hysterical. He was so sweet, and he responded so well to acupuncture and the herbs and everything, and I was absolutely in love with this dog. So feel free to read it, or you can ignore it, but he was a magnificent creature, and his spirit lives on. I'm sending you and your dog lots and lots of healing light and love. It will take extra patience and care and some physical oomph to take care of a dog with wobblers, so take care of yourself too. And just know that you're doing everything you can for the dog, and I'm sure the dog appreciates everything you do for it. As I mentioned, I do have an online class, Basic Canine Acupressure for Dog Owners. It can also be used for cats, and it's an intro course on how to ease your dog's pain and stress and common ailments with acupressure. It's a class for dog owners. This is not a certification class, so you will not be certified as a massage or acupressure therapist. And here's the link. And if you follow our page on Facebook, a lot of times I'll post coupons and flash sales for this class. The same information is in our book, the Barcopedia, the Canine Book of Knowledge, which is available on Amazon. There's other classes and books that include acupressure tips and info for treating your dog and cat, so feel free to use whatever's best for you. For more information on holistic pet services, barking Zoom consultations, online classes, and books for people and pets, visit the 4Paws Acupuncture website, 4pawsacupuncture.com. Thanks so much for watching. Have a pawsome day.